that Tatia is actually Bahamut's right-hand man.
So do you remember that vision you had a long time ago where you had that weapon and you broke the veil, which is like this big, massive, crystalline surface of like this darkish purple?
Yeah.
Well, you also just saw the Shade Enclave in the Mythalar that was in the center of the Shade Enclave open up and suck in Bahamut and all of the dragons with him into the Mythalar. Mythalars are generally crystalline, orbic relics.
Hmm.
You picking up what I'm laying down here?
Yeah. I think.
I
So
think Mizue would
I
be
have to
aware
break that
that
veil in order to save Bahamut.
Bahamut and his dragons are trapped within the Mythalar in the center of the Shade Enclave, being sapped of their power.
I was not picking that up. I needed that clarification.
Emus, other clarification, Cremina is your blood sister. Like, you and Cremina are full siblings, to the best of your knowledge.
Yeah, I followed
Okay.
that. That's not... I'm a bit confused. Some of the information that I got seemed to be a little contradicting, but you were probably doing some retconning. With her being at the school and stuff is really bizarre to me. I was not expecting that at all.
Yeah, that was taken from you, for sure.
Okay. And then, what else? Oh,
Every time anyone says what else, I think of that Pampered Chef seminar we went to.
Oh
What else? What else?
Mikhail having to leave also seemed to happen earlier than I was expecting to happen. And then, yeah, apparently the nefarious things are...
Let me ask you a question. Would Emus have, as a child, sought to... Because Mikhail would have tried to keep the truth from you to protect you about where she was going. She didn't want you to worry.
Mm-hmm.
Would you inquire or try to figure out anything as a kid about...
So remember, Mikhail was like my first and only friend, especially at the school when it's a whole new place. So spent so much time with her, and then on top of that, so yeah, it was like literally him losing his best friend at the same time of losing that sense of security of like protection of having someone to watch over him. So yeah, he'd be like all about like, where the fuck are you going? What's happening? This is not okay.
So where would he have, on the academy, how do you think he would have gone about getting that information? Who would he have gone to?
So in the lore that I wrote, or the backstory I wrote for myself, Emus kept Mikhail from everyone else to like keep our secret, because Mikhail asked him to. So I don't really know if I would have gone to anyone to ask for information. I probably would have, or Emus would have probably been just very grumpy and temperamental and distraught and upset for quite some time after she left.
So I think Solomon would have seen you upset that day and approached you and asked you...
Yeah, the day after she left, Emus probably would like not go to classes and like try to pretend he was sick or something.
Yeah, so Solomon would come up to you and ask you what was wrong, what's bothering you. Sitting down, placing his large manly hand on your shoulder. Rougher than most mages, seems kind of tough.
I don't think Emus would have been open about it. I think he'd have been close shut after losing his sister and now losing Mikhail. It's like kind of the same thing to him. So I don't think he would even wanted to talk about it.
As Emus sits there in silence, you hear the tearing of some package paper and as he breaks you off a piece of chocolate and hands it to you.
Oh, we're just gonna Harry Potter this shit? Okay.
And he bumps you a little bit now that you have the chocolate in your hand and in your stomach. I have been around some years, young one, and I'd be happy to offer my wisdom.
Why does everybody lose their family?
And he nods and kind of taken aback by the question from such a young boy. That's a question I wish you didn't have to worry about, but I suppose the simple answer is... Sorry, I'm thinking everybody dies. Evil exists, and fortunately and unfortunately, some of us have courageous families who can't sit by as injustices occur around us.
Does
And
that
they lay
mean
down
that
their
I'm
life
evil?
for a better cause. No. And he reaches over and gives you a hug. God, no. Who's been telling you such things? And he starts rubbing your hair.
Well, if evil exists, and that's why everyone loses their family, I must be evil.
He looks off to the side. Do you think many people can come and go on this island without my knowledge?
Amos just shakes his head.
And he bumps into you and he says, just because someone has to go somewhere for some time, and just because we've experienced loss, it doesn't mean everyone gets lost. Some do return. And you should have faith.
I'm sorry, this is too good of a moment. Amos is gonna look up at him directly in the eyes and say, no, even you're gonna go missing someday. And then he's gonna get up and storm off.
Alright. And as you do so, you kind of leave Headmaster Solomon in silence as he sits there contemplating your words and kind of taken aback by them, and the memory fades to black.
Sorry, I had to take the opportunity.
He's changing history here, folks! Alright. All of your guys' eyes... Oh, hold on.
Is everyone back?
Yep.
Yeah, I never left.
Same.
As your eyes open, seeing the familiar crystalline ceilings, looking around, seeing your chosen remaining living companions, and having just experienced these memories, yes, it was... Yeah. Oh, I didn't write down who had the low one. Everyone passed except one person.
That was me.
I had the low. I rolled a 2 plus 5, equating to 7.
Amos, you had a low one too?
Well, I thought I had the lowest. I don't have the lowest. I rolled a 12 plus 2, 14.
Okay. So, Bazoy, Boogie, you two waking first, seeing the crystalline, waking up, you two on the more elevated platforms. What are you guys doing? The light coming through the windows appears to be rather dark, as if some time has passed and maybe it's night now. But you feel like you woke up sooner than the sisters had anticipated. They're anticipating you up at morning, and it's currently night. All right, Bazoy, what are you doing?
I'm trying to get my bearings, and I'm trying to look at that crystalline sky and see if that's the same thing that I saw Bahamut in.
It is not. It's just the decorative, gem-encrusted temple ceiling.
Gotcha.
About 10 minutes later, Boogie, Yeah, you can see everyone on their respective platform pretty clearly. Looks like Emis is stirring, about to awaken. Calamity is knocked out. About 10 minutes later, after you initially stir, Emis, your conscience returns. What are you doing?
Okay, as I kind of slowly blink my eyes open.
You guys feel different, by the way. Like, you feel like your memories, like now that you've gained memories, like you have the power of the memories that you lost, kind of deal.
As I kind of begin to stir and blink my eyes open, I'm gonna kind of smack my lips. Am I feeling pretty parched, like I've been out for a minute?
Yeah, your mouth's pretty dry.
Without even thinking about it, Emis is going to conjure forth a mage hand and try to like send it in the direction of water.
Searching around, mage hand goes down and you hear a little bit of rustling as it searches the foliage. Doesn't appear to be any water down there though, or anywhere within range.
Emis starts to sit up and breaks the spell and goes, oh.
Unless you're like taking water from another player.
No, I was like looking to see if there's like a fountain or something and just scoops him out of.
Oh, okay.
Emis sits up and kind of starts rubbing his head. How much did we drink last night? That is.
No one can talk. No one wants to like show that they know that Emis is adopted.
And then if I get one more second passes, Emis is going to be Agatha. Agatha! He kind of leaped to his feet.
Calamity, your conscience comes back to you as you hear Agatha, Agatha. Emis looking around. There's no one in this temple but you guys.
Oh boy. That is a. Hold on. All right. Do something else. I'm gonna do something in my next turn. Gotta look up some things first.
Yeah.
It's not concentration. Let's go.
Oh, guys, I almost skipped over some shit. Sorry. Skirt. No, actually, you're all exhausted. No, you get the benefit of an exhaustion.
You know what I'm asking though?
I forgot to narrate something. I am so sorry, guys. There's like a whole benefit thing to this ritual that I just skipped over and almost completely disregarded. Yeah, I can't believe I forgot to talk about this.
So we're back to being knocked out real quick.
No. That memory you had where Mistra had thrown her hand up and it was like your conscience was being ripped out. In the last moments of vision, you would have also seen this immense amount of energy coming out of Mistra towards the cracked Mythalar that was being under assault. Your guys' Mythalar versus the Shade Mythalar. So like there's an immense level of her energy that went into that crystal, and that crystal had a very unique bluish hue that is incredibly I don't know English. It resembles a tree remarkably. Like that tree is the same exact type of crystal that the Mythalar was. So, not only do you guys have the memories of your past, and all that training, you guys also gain the following benefits that were stored within the Mythalar for you guys from Mistra once you got to the stored energy that she left for you. Those things are... Drumroll?
We can tell who in the party's been drinking.
You guys gain something called limited magic immunity.
Oh my.
Ready for this?
Mhm.
You guys cannot be affected or detected by spells of 5th level or lower unless you choose to be.
Wow.
Quick question about that aspect. Does that mean that we also automatically know, completely out of context, that someone is trying to seek us out with magical means that are under 5th level?
If the magic is under 5th level and someone was attempting to do so, you would be aware of it, yes.
Okay.
You have advantage on saving throws.
Wait. Okay, what kind of saving throws?
Against all spells and magical effects. You also gain the Magic Initiate feat. Already?
No, I have not finished that book.
What is it
Yeah.
called?
I
I have
also
not. My throws have been shit. So
Yeah,
that works out for me.
I also have not finished that book.
What is it again?
That was the book that we read that would help us identify types of magic being used against us.
I don't believe I have that either.
No, the Magic Initiate feat. You learn 2 cantrips from either the Bard, Cleric, Druid, Sorcerer, Warlock, or Wizard.
Oh,
Um,
I still don't have that.
magical, what is it called?
Initiate.
Thank you.
And we get to pick whatever class it comes from, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Or alternatively, we can roll for it, which I'm kind of on board with.
I'm either on board for rolling with it or I'm going to pick Bard because that makes sense.
Let's kind of roll for it. Let's roll for it. You guys want to roll for it? Let's roll for it.
Let's roll for it.